What's up, nerds? Welcome back to my channel, guys. I am so excited for today's video. As you guys saw by the title, we'll be trying to finish a bunch. I will just say a bunch. My goal, honestly, is 10. I have no idea what I'm titling this video, but basically we are literally finishing series I'm currently in the middle of. Maybe not literally. I'm literally continuing a bunch of series and series alone. So I kind of was torn on what reading vlog I wanted to film because there were so many books I want to make sure I get in reading vlogs. But a lot of them are just the next book in a series. So a lot of them have really high priority in my collection in my on my TBR for the month. So I'm gonna try to fit as many in here as possible. I'm gonna try to make this as short as possible. But first, if you guys like reading vlogs, if you guys like finishing series you're in the middle of, if you guys like all the nerdy things, then definitely give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Without further ado, let's just get started. Alright, y'all, here is the stack. A lot of these are on my TBR. Most of these are on my TBR. I think 2 of them are not on my TBR. But again, most of these are on my TBR, and this is not even all of them. This is only 8 books, but I couldn't decide which other ones I wanted to throw in here quite yet. We're just gonna have to like kind of play it by ear. So we got a lot of options that hopefully we just start picking up. I know that for a while I'm gonna sit here and actually I'm gonna start the continue this tandem read. So I'm actually halfway through Tower of Dawn. I literally made it to the halfway part 2, Mountains and Sea, right smack dab in the middle. And I'm so excited. And then this one, we're on chapter 30, but that's just how the tandem read fell. There was nothing, I'm not behind or anything. That's literally how it's been going. And so I'm excited to kind of keep working my way through this series. I know the upcoming next should be a chunk where it's just Empire of Storms for a while, and then there should be a chunk where it's just Tower of Dawn, and I'm kind of excited about that because the going back and forth is not my favorite to literally do. If you could somehow like download it as a tandem read and it goes back and forth for you, that would be incredible. But because I have to like stop myself on Audible then go switch, it's just like annoying. But it's better because I've heard still hear people who say that they have read Tower of Dawn, then they read they read Empire of Storms, then they read Tower of Dawn, and Tower of Dawn is like boring and they just like want to get through it. Like they're not obsessed. But because I'm reading them together, I'm loving Tower of Dawn. I'm loving both of them, honestly. Of course, you have to love Empire of Storms a little bit more because Aelin is the focus of this, but you also get like Rowan, you get Dorian, you get Manon, you get everyone in this one. Over here you just get little Kale. And I know that people are like, at least for me too, I'm like, I was going into this, I knew it was just not going to be hit the way that this book would, but reading them together, it's enjoyable. It just feels like a different perspective. So it feels like, let's say you get like Aelin, then Dorian, then you get Kale, then you go back, like, you know what I mean? So it's nice to read them back and forth. I 10 out of 10 recommend the tandem read. It's not as hard as you think. It's not as hard to switch over in your brain. It's not that hard to do that. It's literally just sometimes annoying to remember, like, oh crap, like I was supposed to stop this chapter and read that chapter, you know what I mean? It's not the end of the world, but it is like, you just want to make sure you're following it because the events in these books happen at the exact same time. And then apparently this one ends on a cliffhanger, so if you read this one ends on a cliffhanger, then you have to read this one, and you don't get the answer to that cliffhanger until the last book. It will be annoying. So I'm glad I'm reading this together. So we're gonna sit here for a little bit and read, and then I will keep you guys updated. Oh my gosh. I'll let you know. So I just finished the tandem read. Well, I finished this a little earlier, Empire of Storms, and then I finished Tower of Dawn just now, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to go buy the next one so bad and just keep reading. But I have so many other books to read, so I don't know. Maybe that'll be one of the books we squeeze into here. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not trying to make this super, super long, but like, I don't know how Sarah J. Maas just writes so well, because honestly, I've never read anything just so well written. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I have read other stuff that I love, but like, she does everything so well. And like, whoever, I don't know if Sarah J. Maas, was the one who was like, oh, tandem read them, or someone else like started that, but I 10 out of 10 recommend tandem reading them. So after Empire of Storms, I'm not gonna lie, it almost puts you in a book, like a book hangover almost, like you are almost in a reading slump after this book, unless obviously you continue, because it's just like what? You're mind blown, your world is rocked, you have no idea what's happening. But in the tandem read, so this book ends before this one, so then there are a couple more chapters in this one that you have to read. And at first I was like, that is so annoying. But then when I read this book, it was like, okay, fine. You know what? Fine and dandy, we'll take it. And so honestly, I recommend tandem reading them, because I could not imagine finishing Empire of Storms and then having to read this entire book. I really enjoyed this book. I gave this book 5 stars, and this is a lot of people's least favorite books. I could see why, because Aelin is not in this book like at all, so I could see why the main character is Kale, and so I could see why people are not like, it's not their favorite book, but because I read them together, it just made me love this book so much. And so of course I loved Empire of Storms more. There's just so much going on, all of the rest of the characters are in this book, so of course I loved it. But I do have to give this one its credit, because it's actually so good. Again, something that's so well written, and this book being people's least favorite, it's not a horrible book, it's just literally its own category of good, So anyway, 10 out of 10 recommend. I can't say much, because obviously these are like the 7th and 8th books, something like that. They're like, we're almost at the end here, 6 and 7. We're almost at the end here, so obviously can't say anything, but I'm obsessed and in love. And so if you have not started the series, you need to. I'm addicted. I just can't get out. I honestly was telling my friend, I was like when I read this book, reading this series, if I'm not reading like one of these books a month, part of me is like, dang, like I need to check in on my friends. Like you kind of gotta be like you want to know what's going on, and you want to you miss the world. And so I can't imagine like when I finish the series what it's gonna be like. Luckily, I still have to read Crescent City, but I heard it's just not as good as ACOTAR or Throne of Glass. So I don't know, but I don't know. I might be in a major reading slump after I finish the series. That's why I'm scared to read the last book. But anyway, okay. So a couple other things. This one, Leather and Lark, I actually got on the Libby app, so I got it for free. And so I am halfway in this book, but for some reason I just have like no real motivation to read it, so I might end up listening to it. I saw a couple reviews where people did say that they were kind of just like, oh, I started off great and then I started to slow down. And I can't tell how much people are liking this. I feel like people are liking it less than they liking the first one. But right now I just feel like kind of so I feel like mid about it. So like I could go either way. It could be really good still, or it could like be like okay still. So we'll see. Alright guys, so I just finished Leather and Lark. I actually finished it last night. So I finished 3 books yesterday. I said, yes honey. I was not expecting to finish it, but I just did. Anyway, I enjoyed this book. I think, so I just actually looked at some reviews too, because I was like, I feel like a certain way, and I don't know if people are feeling the same way. But I do feel like there's kind of a consensus here where this book is good. It's just not as good as the first one. And that's 100% how I feel. I just feel like that one was so, like, I don't want to say perfectly, because I still gave it a 4.5 star, but it was still, like, very well done in its lane. Like, they described it as a serial killer comedy romance. but for some reason that book just works so well. And so this one I feel like is just like, to me it just didn't, obviously wasn't on the same level. It is a little obviously different. You have to make them different because you couldn't make the same book with different characters. That being said, I do like both the main characters, Lachlan and Lark. I love them both. I do think they're really great characters, and I like the whole storyline. I do. Like, I like it. I just don't, it's not my, like, favorite or anything like that. This one kind of is enemies to lovers as well, which again also is not my favorite. So they're just like little things that like were not like my favorite, but I do think overall like it's a good second book in a series. I do have to say, like, I hope the third one is like chef's kiss, because that'll do it for me. This one I also just feel like that being said, like I was saying earlier, like the serial killer comedy romance, I feel like this one lacked in the, I don't want to say serial killer, that sounds bad, but like just a little bit. And then also the like comedy, like it wasn't like that funny. So there are a couple things that you're like, but it's not that funny. And then the romance was sweet. It was just like, that leaves romance, and so then compared to all the other romances, it's just like a good book. So I definitely say continue the series. I know a lot of people are like DNFing it and that kind of stuff. I would not DNF it, and I do think like halfway you might get like stuck, but I do have to say the second half is actually super cute. Like the second half is for the romance girlies. So the first half is for the serial killer girlies, and then the second half is for the romance girlies, in my humble opinion. So I definitely think just finish it, like read it. I ended up listening to on Libby, but let me warn you, if you are someone who listens to normally on Libby, or you like the audiobook, I don't know if there's a sample that you could get, but I started listening to it, and I mean I listened to the whole second half, but the stupid like audiobook for the guy, he does that, he's like, and like, because he can't get his breath, so he'll be like, and he tries to do it softly, but I can hear it, and I'm like, you're annoying. And then they giggle, like if she giggles, the girl will be like, and I'm like, that is so ugly, like please stop. I don't know what book I'm gonna read next, but I of course will keep you guys updated. But we finished our third book of the video. Hello guys, so I actually decided to start King of Sloth. I'm about to be on chapter 2. I'm reading it on my iPad because you can get it on Kindle Unlimited. I'm actually enjoying this, so I think I just needed to like, I had a hard time picking what book to read next, but I think I just needed to pick one and like stick with it, because it's always that I want to read so many books that I feel like I don't have time to read them, so then I can't decide which one to read. And so I'm like, I just have to pick one and go for it. So I decided to pick this one because, I don't know, it's time. I feel like I need to read it, and I started it again, and it's honestly going off to a really good start, so I have high expectations. Sorry, my AC's on, but I wanted to tell you that just before I kept going. I just love Xavier already. I'm on chapter 2. Like, come on. Yeah. So I've been chugging along with that book, but I actually just got Forged by Malice as as an audiobook. So I don't know, I've been in the mood for audiobooks. I've been saying this for months now, but it's just like easier when I have stuff to do. And it was only like $8 on Audible, so I was like, I'll just do it. Waiting for that to download, and then I'll probably listen to that. I have some stuff to like the books I finished to put in my book tracker, and then where is that? Oh, I ended up getting like a coloring book. I know it's so stupid, but I've been seeing them like on my page, and so please do not judge me because I'm not the best at coloring, but I just have been obsessed. And so I got a whole pack of like markers, which I think is the type of marker I got, which is not the best, but I've just been enjoying like listening to books and coloring. And so I have a couple like adult coloring books, but these are fun because then you can like, they're not as intricate. I'm like, that looks so cute, doesn't it? So we're probably gonna just do that for a little bit. Yeah. I don't know if I told you that I had already started this book. I'm on chapter 23 actually, but I just want to like listen to something, and I wanted to listen to a fantasy, not a romance, so here we are. I just keep moving all over today. So I actually just got halfway, and I'm just loving it. It's so good. So we actually got to a crazy part where I'm like, what's gonna happen? So I'm a little actually over halfway. I ended up on chapter 58, page 316. This is book 3, so again, it's hard to kind of like talk about it. Which I say that every time like it's in the middle of a series. But this one, it's basically like a continuation. So if you don't know, this main girl basically ends up in the Fae world, but she ends up with the four Fae princes. This is why I choose romance. If you've ever heard of that, if not, look it up. Because it can be a lot. But it's just like, I don't know why, I just love the I found family in a way. Like, I just love the I don't know, the need to protect each other. I love that. And so there's a lot of that in these. And so right now we're getting like a lot of like the different realms. So there's like winter, spring, summer, fall, or autumn, and then there's like other ones too. And so I'm just like all around enjoying it so much. If you have not read the series, you can get it on Kindle Unlimited. I probably will say that 30,000 times because I just like to make sure you guys know. And yeah, so this is by Elizabeth Helen. I've never read anything else by her, but I just am enjoying her writing a lot. Listening to it isn't so bad. It's not bad at all. So I would not pay $18 for the audiobook, but the $8 was like, okay, whatever, like it's fine, it's getting me through it. So I'm probably gonna go like take off my makeup, get ready for bed, and then I will keep you guys updated. I don't know how far, if I'm gonna keep reading this one or King of Sloth, because I'm really enjoying that book too. It's just like it always goes faster when I can listen to it because I can like do other stuff at the same time. But I don't know, we'll see. Hello guys. So I just finished Forged by Malice. I'm gonna call it Bonded by Thorns. That's literally the first book. But I just finished this book. Of course, like, authors just love to do this, and I'm finding this with a lot of these series. Okay, genuinely just Throne of Glass in this book. They're like, here, we're gonna mic drop, and then, well, actually, I could just go get the next book in the Throne of Glass series. This one, I gotta wait, I think, till September. They're like, oh, here, mic drop. Torture, and then now you can read the next book. It's like chaos. Literally chaos. But honestly, I enjoyed a lot of this book. I do have to say, like, it's just extremely long. I genuinely feel like for no reason. I do think certain things, there's a lot of repetition, which there's a lot of action, which is like I appreciate, but like it's ends up being repetitive, like the action, if you will. It's like the same fight, same people over and over again, and I'm like, girl, can you get it together? Get it together and win this time, please and thank you. And so that like was like, okay, come on. But honestly, I still gave it 4.5, so it's so good. But I'm excited to see what the next one definitely has the potential to be like a 5-star, depending on how it goes. There was 2 major mic drops at the end. One I suspected, the other one I'm just like, what is her plan? What is the author's plan for this? I didn't realize also Elizabeth Helen is, I think they're sisters. It's 2 authors. I didn't know, because in the back here it says it was like they signed it, and then they signed it separate, like Elizabeth plus Helen, you see? And I was like, huh, and so I looked it up, and the picture on Amazon is 2 people. So I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. This would be a really awkward book to write with 2 people, in my opinion, but you know, it is what it is. So anyway, we finished that one. Hello, I'm back. So I ended up getting halfway in King of Sloth, and so I'm actually like eating this up. I think it is so good. There are like, I don't know, it's like I don't know how to explain it. Like, I really love, okay, hot take. It's not really a hot take, but like, so the audiobook keeps calling him Javier, and his name is fully spelled like Xavier, and so I'm confused. I'm confused because I've known Spanish people who who spell their name like that and call themselves Xavier. I've never met someone who spells his name like that and calls them Javier. And so the audiobook keeps calling him Javier, but I fully thought his name was Xavier. So I'm a little bit confused. Anyway, I love him. He is so cute, and like he's taking all the boxes for me. Like he's just like, I don't know. Of course, this is Sloth, so he's supposed to be like lazy and like not hardworking, but I think that like, I don't know, his just personality is super cute, and like, I don't know, I just really am loving him. He just does really cute things, and I'm like, 10 out of 10, you go and Coco. So I'm really enjoying this. This is I got to chapter 27, page 234. And so I'm definitely gonna keep chugging along. I ended up getting the audiobook because it was only $8. And I have like PTSD a little bit from, yeah, everyone's saying, well, not everyone, but I looked it up and it's saying,
in French, Xavier, in Spanish, Javier.
Okay, so I guess it's either one. Xavier, Javier, Xavier, you do, depending on your, but because he's Spanish, I guess it is Javier. So, I just never, in my head, it just never clicked like that, even in his mentions in all the other books. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying, but I'm really enjoying this book. Oh, I was gonna say too, that it's actually like kind of fun because a lot of the other books get cameos. Like Anna Huang is really good at making the interconnected standalones like interconnected without being like too like without this like not it literally being sequence of event like series like that you have to read them all, but like it is fun because you get cameos from some of the other characters from the other books from both the King of Sin series and the Twisted series, so it's actually fun and fresh. Don't mind like that. And so I'm enjoying it, and yeah, it has the potential to definitely be a 5-star, I feel like, but we'll see because I feel like people aren't like obsessed with this book, but I don't know, I've been eating this whole series up, so I'm excited. I'm pretty sure on Goodreads it's a 4, basically 4.01 star, so basically 4-star on Goodreads, and so people are kind of like neutral about it, but I don't know, I'm just really enjoying it, so I'll keep you guys updated for sure. Sorry if the lighting's not the best. I just have some quick updates. So I did finish King of Sloth by Anna Huang. I really enjoyed this book. I gave it 5 stars. I thought it was so good. Like very like, I don't know, hits you right in the soul. I love it. I feel like this is very I don't know how to say it, like, I don't know how to explain it, like, I feel like it's very, like, when I started reading, like, hardcore reading, collecting books, I feel like a lot of books I read were just like this, and I, like, kind of appreciate it, where it's, like, well, actually, I think, well, it's not enemies to lovers, so don't, think that, because there are so many enemies to lovers, but it's just, like, I feel like it's your traditional, like, they get together, 3rd act breakup, then cute things happen, and then like it's like happily ever after. Like it's that kind of flow, and I love that. I think Javier just says like the cutest things. He has the cutest moments, and just like, I don't know, I love him so much, honestly. And I honestly really like Sloane is her name. Yeah, Sloane. But then I also love like all the cameos from all the other characters from all the other books. Like there's just so much I like about this book. I really like too how kind of like Javier like likes her from the jump, and I really appreciate that. I don't know, I really love that kind of part to it too, because it's just super cute, and you're like, oh my god, just stop. It's just great. So all around, I 10 out of 10 recommend. I don't know if this one's my favorite so far. I think it honestly might be my favorite so far. Not gonna lie, because I remember liking the first two a lot, the second one specifically, but I feel like based on like memory, I like this one better. And then the one right before this wasn't my favorite, but yeah, I don't know. I like the series though a lot. I definitely think it's worth a read. I definitely say read the Twisted series, then read this series. Just because I feel like it ends up being more fun that way. Obviously, you don't need to, but then when you like a character from the Twisted series gets mentioned, you're like, oh my god, I know them. And then it talks about like future stuff, so it's like I don't know, fun and fresh. So, read that, loved that. Next we are reading Falling for Gage by Mia Sheridan. I actually did start this. I got to page 25. Only in chapter 3. I did not think about the fact that my friend kept telling me, like, Spotify, you get 15 hours of free listens per month. 15 hours of listening per month. So anyway, but with premium, so I got a free month of premium. So I was like, because this month I'm trying to read so many books for this video, and so I was like, oh, perfect. So I don't know if it's like 15 like hours, like if a book says it's 12 hours long, then it counts as 12 hours, even if it takes me like 6 hours to listen to it, if I listen to it on like double speed or something. So I don't know how it goes, like if it goes by like the hours that the book says it is, or if it goes by the hours that you actually listen to it in. So we'll see, because then I'll read multiple on that, but if not, then we have this one. I'm so excited about this. I started it, and honestly, I remember why I loved like the other two so much. If you guys don't know, this is the third book in the Pelion. I think it's Pelion. I think it's called the Pelion Springs series, but Gage is actually from like a neighboring small town, but I'm so excited about it because like they're supposed to be, this is from Archer's voice, then the second one's Travis, then this one. So apparently we already got a cameo from one of the characters from Travis, but apparently they all like have cameos and stuff, and so I'm excited about this one, honestly. I was having a hard time deciding what I want to read, and I was like, you just read a romance, don't you want to read a fantasy? And I'm like, no, it's summer, and I want all of these summer, like, corny, cheesy, fun, romancy kind of reads. I'm surprised I read so many fantasies already, but I'm, like, eating this up. I'm already cheesing so hard, and I just started, so I'll keep you guys updated for sure. I gotta obviously put my hair up. You guys, I feel like this series of books, I feel like here's the thing. I don't know if there's any series like this, so this might be in its own lane. Archer's Voice is the first one in the series, and it is so popular, people love it. The next is Travis. People don't love it as much, except for me. I'm the only one who's living on this island where I love that freaking book. This one, are you joking me? I don't know why this is not a 5-star on Goodreads. I really don't. And I'm like, y'all, get it together because this book is so freaking good. I'm only halfway, but it would really have to be a horrible ending for me to not love this book. Sorry, I got distracted. I don't know what I was saying. And my hair's always, like, I hate when it looks ugly in these videos, but, like, it's so hard because I obviously don't, like, I'm not gonna do it to just sit around and read. But anyway, I feel like these are some of the most underrated books. This book is so freaking good. Basically, they're on, like, I don't know, I think they called it, like, a treasure hunt. But literally, that is, like, the best way to describe it. They're on, like, a giant, like, treasure hunt. I was gonna say, like, it is mystery, like, a little bit clue-ish, but, like, don't think scary. It's not murder or anything like that. I mean, as far as I know. It's just very, like, fun and happy and cheerful, and I love it so much. No one's talking about this. I don't think I've heard anyone talk about this, and I don't know why. You do get a few cameos from, mostly the couple in Travis, but you do see Archer and his fam again, and it's so freaking cute. And it's just checking all the boxes. It's making me so mad because I'm like, I want everyone to read this book. What's wrong with all of you? Why is this not viral on TikTok or whatever it is? Because this book is so good. Again, we're only halfway, so we'll see. But again, I doubt it's gonna get any worse. I really doubt. So basically this, I don't even want to tell you, but I guess it's all in the back. They're on a hunt to find the main girl's dad, basically, because she doesn't know who he was, and she feels, I love this, like, about this book, she has this, like, pull toward, she says she's always has this, like, feeling like she's, like, missing something, or like she needs to go somewhere, do something, and I love that because it just, I don't know, it adds this element of, like, fairy tale-esque, with, obviously it's not fantasy, so I love that she, like, feels drawn to this thing of, like, soulmates and stuff. Like, I love it. It's so good. Here's one more thing, but I don't remember. It's hilarious. I love Gage and I love Rory. Everything, when I tell you everything is ticking the boxes, I have not one complaint. Not one. Literally none. My only complaint is that I did not read this sooner. I love the cover. I love everything about this book, and I don't know. I might just freaking finish it tonight. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I told you I was listening to it. I'm listening to it, and I'm just on Spotify, and great. What the heck was I say? I don't know if I said either that I laugh. I could not stop laughing for like a good 2 chapters because these chapters are long too. Just saying it, like longer. But I could not stop laughing because it was so funny. Like, I would laugh out loud. It would shock me how, like, like how out loud I would laugh because it's hilarious. I can't stop. Can't stop. The Pellion Lake series. Do it. Do it. Guys. I cannot. I don't even want to read it to you, so I'm not gonna, but you guys have to read this book. Chapter, oh my gosh, I can't breathe. No, this book is too funny. It's just too good. Sorry, this angle's horrible, but this is too hilarious to not share with you. You guys just have to read read the whole book, but chapter 21, you'll know what I'm talking about. She makes him do poetry, and I think I just died. So good. Okay, goodbye. You guys. I just finished Falling for Gage. And you best believe I fell for Gage. I love him so much, not gonna lie. First of all, I love this book so much. And Mia Sheridan, I don't know. It's so weird to me because every time I see one of her books, I just honestly get a little overwhelmed because she has so many books out. I'm like, where do I start? Blah, 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 blah. But I love her writing so much. She just creates something so special, and I love all 3 books. I've only read 3 books, all from the same series, but all 3 of them I love, like, so much it's not even funny. And this one, honestly, I don't know. It's hard to pick a favorite out of the trio because I love them all so much because of all of them, if that makes sense. Like, you get to see all the characters throughout all the books, and like the small town, like, I love that. So like, you kind of need all of them. I feel like I need all of them, I should say. I look crazy. I don't know. Just everything about this, I have not one complaint, not one. And I feel like, too, the epilogue was honestly so perfect. And I promise I will cry if she's coming out with more in this series. There's a couple characters that definitely could get a book, so we'll see. There's plot twists. There's, I don't know, just like so much happiness. I don't know. I just love this book, and I think this is like, first of all, so underrated. I've not heard anyone talk about this. So if you have not read this, freaking continued this series, sorry, my hair looks crazy. Then you freaking need to go get this book. Actually, go get Archer's Voice if you have not read Archer's Voice. I don't know if we would. Go read Archer's Voice, read Travis, and then read this book, and you will be obsessed. It is so good. 5 bajillion stars, and I want to just keep talking about it for hours and hours, but let me not. It was just so cute. It was so good. Oh, gosh. I don't want to, like... stop talking about it. I don't want to put that world to sleep. I'm having really good luck with all of these books that I've read so far, so I'm really excited. We definitely have some options left. I don't know exactly what I'm thinking. I don't know. Okay, well, I'll keep you guys updated for sure. Hello guys. I'm just slowly working my way through this book. I have it on my Kindle and paperback, and so I've been going back and forth. Right now I'm reading it in paperback. I got a little over halfway, chapter 18. I am eating this book up. I don't know. Every time, this always happens to me, like reading these books for the most part, because there are some in the series. I think there's like one in the series that I think that there was only the one in the series that I didn't love, but the rest of them, like, I'll read them, love them the entire time, give them like super high stars, and then when I have to start the next one, it just takes me forever to like motivate myself to start the next one. And I don't know why, because they're always like, again, for the most part, good. They have a really good success rate, I should say. And so same with this one. I'm eating this up. I knew this one was going to be good though, because the cameo they have in the book, like right before the characters have, you like love it, and so you're like, ugh. And so there's just so much. So if you do not know, Riona, the main girl, she actually had like someone like attacked her, and so but she is, I think it's mafia, Irish mafia, something like that. Like what is that called? It's not called mafia romance. Maybe it is. I don't know. Anyway, so they hire the main guy to be her bodyguard, and it's like and so like you think in your head like of, I don't know if you imagine like a traditional bodyguard um whatever per other person romance. It's not like that, in the sense that it's not like he's supposed to be like the stone face, like never talking, like, you know what I mean? It's not like that. So he's very much still his character. Like his character is very unique, but he's still himself. Like he's not like sitting here like trying to pretend, I mean, then you only see certain sides of him. No, he's like chill, funny the whole time, and so you love it. And then stuff happens that, you know, takes them to a ranch. I'm like screaming, dying on the floor. So then you get like almost the small town experience with them, and eating it up. So I'm obsessed. I definitely want to go back to reading. I'm gonna finish this super quick, and then I will almost be done with this series, y'all. I'll have one more book in this series. I'm so excited. I just bought the next book today. But I'm so excited. So anyway, I'll keep you guys updated for sure, but so far we're looking at like a 5-star, no lie. Not even gonna lie to you. Hello. I literally just sat here and read for the past like 2 hours or whatever. I finished The Broken Bow. So actually, I literally was, so I was reading the book, whatever, and there's some, Raylan's sister has like a little like thing going on, and so I literally like you know, stopped reading and went to look on Sophie Lark's like page, because I was like, she has to have a story. There's no way like there's this many mentions and there's no story. And then I was like, maybe she's gonna come out with like more in this series, like that would be lit. But actually turns out there's a little novella in the back here, so I just haven't read the novella yet, but I'm excited. I think it's gonna be super super cute, because again, just little cameos you get are super super cute. Honestly, all around, I love this book. I thought it was great. There's so much I like about it. I love the flow of it. I love like the proximity. I love just like the characters a lot. Like there's so much I love to it. I love obviously the cameos from all the other characters from the other books. It's just like all around So good. I think we're gonna go with 4.75. I know it's like Marissa just might as well give it 5 stars, and like you know what, maybe I'll just give it 5 stars. I really like this book. I have like no complaints. I honestly wish that there was a later epilogue. This epilogue is just like it's the same timeline, so it's not any years later. And I don't think there's one after the novella. So I'm like, I wish that there was a little bit more of an epilogue. That might be the only thing, but like honestly, like, you know, books are not required to have an epilogue. It's just like have it at this point, yeah. So, and I'm sure we'll get some updates in the next book. So honestly, we'll go 5 stars. I've been having such good luck that I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm being so generous because I don't know, I was on a like for a while I used to be so generous with my rating. Everything was 5 stars, and then I started to obviously like read more, and so then I was like, okay, not everything's 5 star, Marissa, but I'll go 5 star. I really love this book. I thought it was so good. Is it my favorite from the series? I don't know. It's definitely up there. I really liked. I think my favorite might be. What is his name? Nero. It might be Nero, but I also really liked the Nessa's Nessa's story. So I don't know. All in all, so good. And I'll probably read the novella, but doesn't count. We still finished the book, you know. So that's 7 down, 3 more to go, y'all. I'm like shooketh. As always, I will keep you guys updated. I keep changing the stack of books that I want to read. I'm probably gonna go take a nap, like, to be completely honest with you. Hello guys! I don't know why, I feel like this book is going so quickly. Like, I feel like I'm just very invested that it's like, I feel like these chapters are going so fast. I do have it on double speed, but like I have all my audiobooks on double speed. This one just feels like it's flying by. And I only have 2 hours and 20 minutes left. Like, I could finish it in a day. That's insane. And here's the thing, the kicker is that I really want to. I don't know what people don't like about this. I'm just enjoying the whole time, and I don't know if that's the thing. I don't know for sure if this is like people don't like it or it's just not their favorite out of the series. It could be. I just thought that this was gonna be like super cringy. I was just not very excited about it, but I'm just like eating it up. I'm loving it. I think it's super cute. They're just like super cute moments. And I don't know. I really like, I was going to call him Bo. I really like Jasper. And I mean, Sloane's really cool too. So I'm really liking this. I'm really liking the way they do like forced proximity. I don't want to tell you all the juicy tea, but like there's a lot of forced proximity. I love that for us. I just really like the story so far. I'm really like enjoying it. Do I think it's gonna be like my favorite book of all time? No, and I do think I still like the second book so far better than this one, but I do think this one's up there. Like, it's definitely raising the excitement I have for the series in general. So that's really nice. Because like ACOTAR, I did not like the first ACOTAR book. I know people are saying it's not that bad. I really did not like that at all, and I was like, this is a joke, right? I'm being punked. The rest of the series I loved, so like, and now it's a favorite series of mine, so I feel like just because I hated Flawless doesn't mean the rest of the series has to be bad. So I'm excited. I think this is one of those books that you have to go into it knowing it's gonna be like corny, it's gonna be cheesy, maybe even cringy, but like you're gonna love it. You have to enjoy it. And so that's for me like where I was at when I was starting this. I was like, I know it's gonna be corny, it's gonna be cheesy, they might say some like, you know, cringy stuff, but like all in good fun. It's all fun and games. Trying to move it over, but it got stuck, and I was like, yo, is my cart that heavy? Anyway, I am really excited to continue. Did I tell you I got halfway? I'm on chapter 21, so almost done, genuinely. Only like, I think there's 19 chapters left, but not very many pages left, so I'm gonna keep reading. I just picked up my Ipsy, like, little card. Makeup products to just shove in here because I knew I was gonna finish it before the end of the night for sure. So very excited about that. I'm debating on ending the video at 8 books, or if I want to like slide in a couple more. I just want to make sure this video goes up this week, and so I don't have a lot of time left, because I really want to post this because I have a lot of other videos planned, so I want to kind of get this one up and out the way, but I know it like could be really fun to read a couple more books, so we'll have to assess the situation. I'll keep you guys updated for sure. I also don't want this video to be like hour-long video, you know what I mean? So just depends on how we're all feeling. We'll see, and I will keep you guys updated for sure. Hello, not the best angle or lighting, but I wanted to just update you quick because I ended up, like I said, finishing Powerless today, all in one day. It's 9:30 right now. Wow, it literally took me like, I don't know, like only a couple hours, I feel like. 5 hours? I don't know. I feel like this book was just so fast, but I really enjoyed it. Is it gonna be like my new favorite book? No. I would give it like probably like a 4.25 because I really did like it. There were a couple things that are like really cringy. But you're like, okay, whatever. You move on. It's not like totally put off-ish. It was just like, okay, not my cup of tea. And then they're like the ending, you're like, I don't know, like he does something that's like kind of annoying to me, and I was like, that would bother me way more than if she let it bother her. And like it was like not a big deal. And then there was a moment where I was like, okay, can we hurry this up? Even though I feel like the book went really quick, I feel like the ending just dragged on just a little bit. Not even the ending, it was like more, it was probably a couple chapters after I updated you guys last, so a little bit over halfway. I was just kind of like, okay, let's go. Get on with the action. And so all those things, again, are not a big deal. So I still say 4.25. I recommend it. It doesn't put me off the series. Again, it still does actually make me enjoy the series more. And I'm so excited now for the 4th book. I'm also excited for the 5th book. I know people aren't loving it, but I feel like just based on like this book and like other books I've read that people like don't like that I like, I feel like I might be okay with the last book. So I don't know, I'm just gonna like hope and pray, but I actually really enjoyed this. So again, 4.25, and yeah, I liked it. There was a lot I liked to it, and I do love that this is I'm a Sakura. I've been saying that all this whole video, but like I love when interconnected standalones, when you get cameos from like the other characters you read about already, it's like perfection. So I really enjoyed it. Alright guys, so I'm making the executive decision to finish this video here. I just didn't want to make it too long, and I wanted this video to go up in a timely manner. But then also there's another reading vlog I want to post before the end of the month. So all the books that you've seen, you will probably see them, you will definitely see them in reading vlogs if I didn't read them in this video. Even if I don't read them in the next video, I guarantee if it's a hyped book, honestly, I like to put most of my reads in reading vlogs, but specifically if it's like a hyped book or like a new release, it's gonna be in a reading vlog. So fret not about that. Really quick, I just want to go over the books that we read. I'm just going to give you their rating because we'll do a July reading wrap up in a couple of weeks, so don't worry about that. I also am sure I talked a lot, so it's fine. Alright, so we ended up finishing the tandem read. We have Empire Storm, Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. I gave these both 5 stars. It's like, how could you not? Then we read Leather and Lark by Bryn Weaver. I gave this one, I think officially I'm giving it a 4.25. I liked this book, didn't love the book the way I really enjoyed the first one. But this one's not bad. Like, I definitely think it's worth continuing the series. It's just not like something to like scream dying on the floor about, you know? Then we read Forged by Malice by Elizabeth Helen. I gave this 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed this book, and I'm really enjoying this series. So if you have not read this series, I think you should. And then we read King of Sloth by Anna Huang. I gave this 5 stars. I love this book. I ate it up. And I just enjoyed every minute of this, I'm not gonna lie. I also enjoyed every minute of Falling for Gage by Mia Sheridan. It was corny, it was cheesy, it was fun, it was fresh. 5 stars. Love that for us. I also ended up loving Broken Vow by Sophie Lark. I just didn't read the little novella in the back yet, but like, who really cares? It's not really, I don't need to, but I kind of want to, but I just don't want to yet. So I'll probably finish that soon, but I thought this book was so good. I believe I gave this also 5 stars. And then last but not least, we have Powerless by Elsie Silver. I'm going with 4.25. I enjoyed this book a lot. I thought it was like, my expectations were definitely super, super low, and so I definitely think it like, you know, beat those expectations. So I'm happy about that, and definitely motivated me to finish the series. So those are all the books we read. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you've read any of those books. Do you like this kind of video? I just feel like when I do the regular finishing series I'm in the middle of, it's just like annoying because I feel like it's not actually beneficial because there's so many series I'm in. So this is actually like, this is 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books that I 8 books in series that I just like moved forward. Like I feel like that's so incredible. So I don't know, let me know, would you prefer a shorter vlog or a longer vlog? Let your girl know. Either way, I'm super excited. And yes, I'll see you in my next one. Bye, nerds.